There it is. Standard training grounds. You are back. Alright, let's join you so that we don't have to deal with any of that nonsense. And then, that's green. Very sad times. Yeah, this guy. I know. Hey, Bruce. I mean, I'm gonna call you Bruce, even though your name is Jacob, unless you would rather I call you Bruce. Even though, you know, Jacob is a fantastic name, because that's the name of my firstborn. So, you know. Your parents did well on you there, sir. Alrighty, I think this is live now, so I think you guys can see me. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see shortly. Look. Oh, I got big. And now I'm less big. Yeah. We don't need me to be that big. Nobody needs to see Michael that big. All right. Refresh chat. That was probably a bad idea. There we go. Or not. Okay. So, the Hunter Bonder has not officially started yet, so I can't actually join in the event. I was hoping to be able to join in the event. It starts in 3.5 hours. So as it starts in 3.5 hours, I'm going to build my decks for it, and I'll go through my deck building process for it. So in the event that you're wondering how I go about building my decks for events, you'll get to see a little bit of that here tonight. And then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and show off some decks that I have for you guys for tonight. You actually get a sneak peek at some of the videos that are coming out this week. And then I'm going to take on challenges from you guys. So I have some fun challenges from Discord that came up. That could be pretty fun to do. But if there's also any cards that you guys want to see, by all means, let me know, and I can show off anything that I'm allowed to show off. So anything that you've already seen in the vault or is available to everyone, I can show you guys. Anything like any Planeswalker or exclusive card that is not currently in the game for everyone, I can't show you guys, right? So, yeah. Hi, Gauze. Hi, Francisco. Good to see you guys. Look at this. We've got 8 people chilling here. We're going to have fun tonight. I don't know if we're going to be able to top the fun that we had when Jace 1 took out level 60 Nissa, when Jace 1 was like level 34, but, you know, it happens. So, that was awesome. Per the usual, by the way, we are 1/100th of the way to being able to get this streaming computer so that it makes everything beautiful and wonderful. So, thank you guys to those of you who have supported the stream in the past. I genuinely appreciate you guys. If you so want to do that, there's a link in the description of the stream. You can just go to the Streamlabs and you can donate there. If you do, please leave me a message for which card or what challenge you would like to see me do on stream today, and I will make sure that I do that. So, all right. So for this event here, I think you guys can see my split screen. So Hunter Bonder, I've got the Wikipedia thing, not Wikipedia, what is it? The MTGPQ wiki. And so I just go objective by objective as I build for it. Yeah, so are we I don't know. I mean, maybe people do, maybe people don't. It's a nice surprise, but you do not have to. That's one of the things about like streaming and YouTubing, right? It's just like free entertainment. And then if you sort of want to tip the person, you can. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. No hard feelings. So this first node is Bond's Awakening. This is the one that I always build second. I always go for, well, this Monster Hunter node or whatever this is called here. I always go for this one first. So for this node, you have to summon 4 or more non-human creatures, and you need to activate a Planeswalker ability 2 or more times. So they are so good, right? Yeah, Lucas, they're really good. I'm assuming that by Jace you mean I think you mean Jace Unraveler, right? Yes, Jacob. Sorry, Bruce. I have a sizable collection of your blood. You have server privileges, but okay. Going off of the creep train. So I always go with an Eidolon deck for this node with Nissa Worldwaker. I've never changed it up just because there's really never been a reason to change it up. However, now that M21 is here, I am curious if there are any enchantments in M21 that I would want to use just to lighten things up. Keep in mind, no, there aren't. They're garbage. Okay, never mind. I will not be using the Leafkin Avenger, even though Leafkin Avenger is an absolute boss. You just don't want to get a loop started and then you kill your opponent before you get off the 2 loyalty abilities. So for summoning the 4 non-human creature tokens during a fight, you achieve this just by activating your first ability. And with Nissa Worldwaker, you're going to do that, right? I mean, you're just going to get that done like that. So you're going to feel like Thanos. And then the other stuff in the deck is going to really be trying to fetch stuff like the Eidolon of Blossoms, right? Because you want to get that down as quickly as possible. And then between Eidolon, the Nyx Bloom, this support thing here that does basically nothing, and Finale of Devastation, you're going to be killing your opponent really quickly. So this one is actually already pre-built. I'm sorry. I just always have this deck built. It never changes. Honestly, it never changes. So yeah, this is what I'm using here. Oh wait, Song of Creation is in here. I have never actually used Song of Creation on this node. No lie. I've always used Death Sprout instead. And then the Great Aurora is something else too. I don't know what. This is the deck I think that I used for Timeless Voyage, right? I ran Song of Creation and the Great Aurora in there. But I definitely don't need to run both of those in this deck. So let's see. What other enchantments did I used to use? I know I used to use something else. Enchantment. Oh, was it Killer Instinct? I'm not using Killer Instinct in this deck. There's like no real point in using Killer Instinct. Leyline of Abundance. That could actually be a very solid choice here. Because Leyline of Abundance is busted. And then you just get rid of it with Eidolon and you get more goodness. But, nah, I'll probably stick with this. I honestly have really liked using Song of Creation in this deck lately. So we'll stick with that. I'm going to use my Eidolon deck, even though I have this Hunter Bonder thing here, but I will not be using this. This is not it at all. Sorin Black-White Popper, you are a monster. Monster. Okay. So that means that we just need to build for the top node. Boop, 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 boop. Where are you? Build for the top node. Kill 3 creatures, summon 5. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what I do for this. I use a Teferi deck. So, last time I used a Teferi deck. Do I have it? I do. Gasp. What? Nice. Okay. So, the way that I like to go for this is I like to use the combination of Cavalier of Dawn and the Turn to Frog for my killing things and then having stuff come back. So it works out pretty well. I did spend some pinkies, yes. So I got here. I'll show you. I don't mind getting sidetracked. Sidetracked is a good thing. This. So I was trying to get Elsha of the Infinite. I really wanted this, but I had 12 cards in the set that I didn't have. So I had 2 shots at an elite pack. It would either be for this week's elite pack or next week's elite pack. And then I'm just going to get the other cards from the weekly VIP. Just 2 of those is going to get me 10 non-dupe standard cards. I know. It's crazy. It's so close. So close. And so I was really hoping I wouldn't pull Discontinuity because this card is currently not that great. But then I got Bone Miser from this, and I got Tangarth, which I'm actually kind of interested in trying Tangarth for Timeless Voyage, just because it's kind of funky, right? Because you can have it fight your opponent's stuff during their combat. So it's kind of a way to get around some of the horrible things that are going to happen to you. Hi, Draxus. It's kind of a good way of getting around some of the horrible things that are going to happen to you there. So I was also hoping maybe I'd get Rot Hulk, but that did not happen. I actually probably got the 2 cards that I wanted least from there, but that's okay. I then took 1 stab at the Vanguards to see if I could maybe get the Basri Ket Vanguard, because the Basri Ket Vanguard is actually quite good. But I wound up pulling Teferi, which is quite a bit better than I was giving it credit for, just because of the discard and draw. There's some sneaky good stuff that you can do with that. Like, sneaky good stuff you can do with that. Best cards to pair with Elsha. Yes. So for Elsha is... Do you have Elsha? Is that what it is, Kurt? Let's go back here. Right. So for those of you that are wondering what's Elsha of the Infinite, why is it that I want this card? So Elsa. Ooh. Ice Princess. Elsha has prowess, so whenever you cast a non-creature card, it's going to trigger this, and then this creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn, and draw a card. If that card is a non-creature card, it gains Flash. So the basic idea behind this is that you can use this instead of Song of Creation in a spell deck, right? Because every time you play a spell, you're going to draw a card. So you can go ahead and you can get away with using a ton of conversion with Elsha, and then things that you really don't need to otherwise stack card advantage for. And then every time you play one of those cards, Elsha is going to get more powerful by +4/+4 until end of turn. So it'll kind of work out in a similar way to Stormwing, except it'll be a little bit more consistent than Stormwing. So some of the things that I would personally use with it, if we bounce out of there and we go to cards that are in Standard, right? Because casting enchantments is also going to count for that, but I would use these, not Flower. Flower, I mean, if you want to use Flower, then by all means use Flower. But cards like Circuitous Route are going to go really well in that, because it's going to convert gems, and then it's also going to give you mana, and you're going to draw a card, right? So you play it, you draw a card, you convert gems, you get mana, so you can just play a whole bunch of spells. So things like Circuitous Route, Cultivate, which is going to be the same thing, gem conversion, Animist's Awakening, same thing, gem conversion, Flower, same basic principle, gem conversion. Those are some really good choices. Omen of the Hunt is a fantastic choice, right? Omen. Because this is also going to be converting gems, and since the prowess is going to trigger off of any non-creature cards, this is going to be a fantastic thing to pair with it. Back to Origins and stuff, you can actually run, you can also run stuff like Talent of the Telepath. That's going to work really well, just because it's going to fetch a card and give it mana. So ideally you can play 2 spells off of this one, which will give Elsha the +8/+8, and it's going to give you, playing this and the other thing will give you 2 more cards. So just playing this could basically give you 4 cards, which is pretty sweet. You could also run it with a newer uncommon version of that, which is a kind of nice card, See the Truth, which is going to be to pick one of the first 4, fetch it, and give it 5 mana. It's a little bit more expensive than Talent is, so you can't use this to fetch itself and then play itself like you can with Talent of the Telepath. I actually will always choose Talent of the Telepath, pretty much, if it's one of the 4 cards that's available when I use it, just because it gets it out of the deck, and then if there's something else that I would have wanted to have casted anyways, then I could just go ahead and pull that off of the second one. So there's a lot that you can do with it, Kurt, but the basic idea is that you want to run it with as many spells as you can, or supports, or things that you're going to be able to just chain play things. Yeah, but there's a lot that you can do with it. It's a very good card. If that's your first masterpiece, that is a fantastic first masterpiece to get your hands on. My first masterpiece on my new account was this thing. Is this even the right set? I don't think so. Yes. No. How am I forgetting what set you're from? My first masterpiece was a creature, and where are you? This thing. This was my first masterpiece. It was most disappointing. It was definitely a crapster So, no, Frantic is still good, but yeah, it's definitely going to stall. It's definitely going to stall you a little bit. For those of you that are wondering, what is Frantic, right? It's a very good card. It's a good card. The only problem with Frantic inventory, if you're running Elsha, is that you're going to run into a situation where once your hand fills, it's going to stay full. So you will never be able to cast Frantic until your next turn, when you would otherwise exile cards from your hand in order to cast more Frantic inventories. So Frantic could work in getting everything started, but once you get everything started, it's just going to be a locked card in your hand that you won't be able to use. So pros and cons, right? If you don't have a lot of other options at your disposal, it's totally worth it. Go for it. But yeah. So I wanted to show you guys something fun. These events are all, unfortunately, Legacy Training Grounds isn't going right now. I built a deck last night that I wound up beating my opponent. I beat a Legacy Brokon, and Legacy Brokon even had a turn in which they casted a Rupture Spire, and the match was over in 30 seconds from start to finish. It was that fast. So I want to show you guys that deck. So the idea for the deck is thanks to Bongo the Gray from Discord. He was talking about Fiery Emancipation with Ball Lightning. And so I was like, okay, yeah, that's like totally up my alley because I use Ball Lightning all the time. And the I'm making 2 separate Fiery Emancipation videos. I'm making one to show it like in its best form, which is with creatures. And then I'm going to make another one to show it in what I think is its suboptimal form, which is with spells, right? So this is not the deck. I've been playing around with so many different ones. That is not the deck. You? Nope. You? Nope. Cothosaurus? I doubt it. Okay. So I'll just rebuild it from scratch. You guys can see how I went around building this deck. So the idea behind it is, let's just show you the pieces, right? So the idea behind it is you run Ball Lightning, and Ball Lightning is a 6/1 haste double strike trample berserker for 10, and when it enters the battlefield, it gets +X+0 until end of turn, where, well, I guess it dies, so, right? But it gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is your red mana bonus. So if you use this with Koth, right, Koth's mana bonus is sitting at a pretty +9, which means that it's going to come out as a 15/1 double strike haste, which means that if you have Fiery Emancipation out too, right, we're just making the core here. Fiery Emancipation is going to make it so that when a red creature you control deals combat damage to your opponent, you're going to deal X damage to your opponent's Planeswalker, where X is 3 times that creature's power, which means that every time the Ball Lightning hits, it's actually going to be doing 4 times the damage, because Ball Lightning hits for 15, and then Fiery Emancipation is going to do 3 times that 15 for 45 to the opponent, which means that that's going to be 60 damage. And then since it has double strike, that means that Fiery Emancipation is going to be doing that 60 twice. That means it's doing 120 damage straight to the face to your opponent the first turn that you get this 10 mana Ball Lightning down. Which is supremely terrifying because most Planeswalkers in the game do not have 120 health. This means that you can one-shot almost all of the S-tier Planeswalkers in the game. So you can one-shot Brokon, you can one-shot Tamio, you can one-shot Koth, you can one-shot Karn. You can one-shot all of those guys just with these 2 down. And the fantastic thing about Ball Lightning is it's almost entirely immune to removal because the thing dies at end of turn anyways, which means that we can, since we're doing this in Legacy, we can go ahead and throw Killer Instinct into this because, Killer Instinct, it doesn't matter if the creature dies at end of turn because it's already going to die every turn. So this guarantees we're going to get a Ball Lightning every turn if we want one. We're going to need some card draw, which is not something that Red typically has a lot of access to, but this is Legacy, so we're going to throw in Apex of Power. Apex of Power is going to give you 6 times 4 mana to the things that you're drawing. So that's going to be 24 mana, which means that you're going to get enough mana to fill up a Fiery Emancipation. You're going to get enough mana to fill up Ball Lightning and then some. So you're going to get enough mana to do a whole lot of goodness. We definitely want card draw, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in Electrolyze. This is not a super good card, but it is a way of removing things and drawing cards, right? And so we're really looking for the card draw here in red. Remember, red does not have a whole lot of card draw at its fingertips. So after that, are you actually making a video on this exact same thing, Gauze? Last night I spent like 2 hours, I want to say. I spent 2 hours recording last night, and I got a clip of me one-shotting every single one of the S-tier planeswalkers, except for I think one. I actually had Bolas at exactly 120 health. I accidentally hit him with an Inferno Jet, so that put him from 132, which is his cap, to 120, and then one-shot him with the Ball Lightning. Kalemny, the Fiery Emancipation wound up doing more damage to Kalemny because of a Stitch in Time or something like that. So that wound up making the life last a little bit longer. But yeah, this is supremely nasty, guys. So we're going to throw in Stitch in Time. That gives us extra swaps. For our gem conversion, because Koth absolutely needs gem conversion, we are going to use Dragon's Horde, which is here. Because Dragon's Horde is going to convert 3 gems to our colors, which is fantastic. And then, so my other Fiery Emancipation deck is a Jaya deck, actually. So one of my Fiery Emancipation videos is going to be using Jaya, and then the other one is using is this one here, actually, that you're seeing right now, that I'm putting together for you guys. I'm sure I will. Fiery Emancipation is filthy. I didn't think it would be, I thought it would be good, but I didn't think it would be, quite as good, because I was just focusing on the spell portion of it. I was just focusing on when you cast a red spell, deal damage to your opponent equal to that spell's base mana cost. But yeah, that was a huge, big-time mistake. All right, I'm missing 2 spells. What spells am I missing from this deck? Oh, I know what I'm missing. One of them's a common. I am missing my support removal, which is... Where's my support removal? Here we go, Violent Impact. And the last... You should just put them in the same video. So I was thinking about that, Eric. But if I do it this way, right, then I can actually post the first one tonight, actually. And then, actually, so next week on Thursday, my family and I are moving to another state for a little bit, just because I'm a teacher, and so work is starting soon, and so I need to have someone to watch the kids while we work, and so we're going to be moving to Oregon, and so that's going to be a 3-day drive with the kids, which means that I won't have access to my phone and stuff for 3 days. So I'm trying to preload a whole bunch of videos so that you guys can still get daily uploads while I'm gone. We'll see how I do with that. If you're wondering why things have been slightly more quiet than they would usually be at the start of a set, it's just because of that, actually. And I have a video on a new exclusive for you guys tomorrow. I should have another one for you guys some other time after that, a few days after that or so. But yeah, there's some good stuff coming for you guys. And yeah, that's part of the double video. So yeah, there's no way that most people are going to be able to build this deck, and I understand that, and I am actually sorry about that. I'm not sorry that you can't build it. I'm sorry that I'm pseudo torturing you by showing you this. What's the last card that I'm using? It wasn't Electro Dominance. I might wind up using a card that's different than what I am actually using I think it's Ruinous, actually, just in case something bad comes down. Okay, this'll do. So we're gonna go into the story mode, because I can't actually play Legacy in PvP right now. So you guys get to see how this works out there. I want to show you guys this Bolas deck so badly. This Bolas deck is oh man, it's the most fun thing I've done in Puzzle Quest in a long time. But I'm not allowed to show you guys that deck yet. It's so busted. Oh man, actually I take that back. The most fun thing was that Jace match. This kind of ties with that, actually. I was cackling. I was walking down the street as I was playing it, and I was cackling. People were staring at me. They were like, what is this guy doing? Alright, so we're going to go up against Breaker of Armies or Ulamog. Does anyone care which one we do? I just want to have a high health total so you guys can see what this beat sponge does to our opponents. I'm glad that the videos have helped you, by the way, Kurt. That's really the idea of the channel. So make videos, help people out. Ideally, I play the game so much, and I've played it for such a long time that it gives you guys a little bit of an idea of like where to start with things, right? Naturally, everyone has their own play styles, so you guys are going to want to, you're going to want to do your own thing. But okay, this is a solid starting hand. This is not a solid starting gem placement for Koth, though. So if you aren't typically a Koth user, you want to prioritize red, and then after you prioritize red, your next goal is to prioritize loyalty gems. So we're going to get a turn 1 Dragon's Horde, which is fantastic, actually, so that doesn't turn out to be too bad for us. And then, yeah, we're just going to go Apex again. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just filtering to try getting Fiery Emancipation, right? So Fiery Emancipation is kind of what makes the dream work here. So that's definitely what we want to get. So I'm just slowly working my way toward that. Hey, I didn't say you could destroy my stuff. How dare you? Greg is so inconsiderate sometimes. You just think to yourself like, gosh, your mama did not raise you right, Greg. All right, Apex, give it to us. All right, Ulamog will be next. Uh-oh, we're gonna zap him. Oh well. Fine, we'll do a little bit of zap damage. And then, this is actually pretty good. All right, so let's cycle away Inferno Jet, and then let's cycle away not that. We're gonna toss you. We're gonna bring you up. Yeah. All right, so this gets us, how much loyalty are we at? 4, perfect. So that'll give us our first, oops, that was not what I tried to do. I tried to do the red-black there. Forget you, ham hands. Dragon's Horde, I actually want you. Stitch in Time, I don't need you right now, actually. So let's go Fiery Emancipation into Electrolyze. And what's a good match? Yeah, this red one. This could get us a double red match. It doesn't, but we've got Fiery Emancipation down. We've got our first ability, which means it's going to be time to start getting rid of stuff from our hand. There it is. There's the dream. Game over. Yeah. Ulamog, or whoever this is, Breaker of Armies, is toast. That's 100% toast. Okay, sweet stuff. Goodbye, my friend. Although we're not even friends because you're a monster. But whatever, that's cool. Killer Instinct, Ruinous Ultimatum. And so now you get to see the true horror that is this deck. Yeah, I don't see him being able to do anything. So here's going to be our first Ball Lightning. So this is going to be coming in hot for 120 damage. I'm going to go ahead and start tossing things from my hand. I do actually want that other Dragon's Horde. The idea is that I'm using my first trying to fish for card draw to see if I can get more Ball Lightnings. So let's see, do we get another Ball Lightning? We do not, but that's fine. We're getting a bunch of mana. We're getting a Stitch. We're getting another Dragon's Horde. We're going to get to play another Apex of Power soon too. I absolutely do not want to break my Fiery Emancipation though. That would be a big no. So you know what? Let's do this anyways. We'll just play another Fiery Emancipation here. So that works too. Yeah, 9. There's another Emancipation. We've got another Gem Swap. We are, I think, out of red, which is fine. We don't need red right now. And we're gonna hit this banger for 120 damage, and then the Ball Lightning goes. So even if they've got removal, which is I'm guessing what his hand is full of, it means absolutely nothing. You cannot get rid of something that without flash that doesn't just stay on the battlefield. Let's actually use our second here. No, I used my first. Great job, Papa Dingus. Oh well. We're going to see if we can fish into another elemental. So let's see. Nope. Yep, perfect. Oh, double perfect. Sweet. Hot stuff. We've got an extra swap. This is game over. So now just playing one other elemental here means that instead of doing 120, this is going to be 240 damage to the face. Two creatures, 2 10-mana creatures are doing 240 damage to the face. Like, there was a match where I one-shot a top... I one-shot... who was it? Kaya. I one-shot Kaya. Kaya even had a creature out, but because this thing has trample, it trampled straight through that creature and still absolutely obliterated her. It was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah. Fiery Emancipation, the thing that you got to get with this, though, right, is if you run Fiery Emancipation with creatures, it is absolutely devastating. It is horrifying. Like it's not fair. Here, we're gonna go. You know what? Let's use a different walker here. Ulamog is gonna be a pain in the cheeks if I use this. This is gonna be a standard version. Where are you, Narset? No, I got my alphabet mixed up. N-O. There you are. So here, this is how I was running it with Narset. You know, I don't know that I've ever done that. I don't know that I've ever won a match in 25 or more rounds. I will not do it. Well, you know, Zodcam, I'm going to give you a suggestion to replace Fiery Emancipation with, okay? So, here. If you don't have Fiery Emancipation, that's fine. You can instead... Do you have Trial of Zeal? This basically does the same thing as Fiery Emancipation. The exact same thing. No difference. If you believe that, I have some insurance to sell to you, by the way. So the idea with Fiery Emancipation is you want double strikers, right? So double strikers turn into what? They do... Oh, it's more than 6, it's 12. Double strikers do 12 times the damage, right? So if you just hit something with double strike, it's going to do 12 times their power in damage with Fiery Emancipation down. Now, Narset is a really good Planeswalker to pair with Fiery Emancipation because Narset has, with the second ability, you can get rid of, you can start dropping using Mind Attachment. You can drop, yeah, definitely easier than Legacy cards. You can start dropping in supports from your hand. I was going to call them enchantments. But you can start dropping supports from your hand to get Sweet Sweet Goodness. And speaking of Sweet Sweet Goodness, we got a 5 match there, which is absolutely Sweet Sweet Goodness. Unleash Fury with this is also a special breed of not fair. Yes, you're right. It is ×8. I done math goof. Thank you. Boros Guildgate. Yeah, let's just get all of our gates down. So with this deck, right, this is a little bit more friendly for people to build because it's the mana base for this deck is gates. So more people are going to have access to gates than they will to some of the other garbage that I'm going to use. It's just they're commons, right? So and also you can get them from the set that's in Rising Tensions. No, we're not going to use that. By the way, if you have Terror of the Peaks and you haven't used it yet, this is a surprisingly good card. Like, I mean, I thought it was good. It was one of my chase cards, but this whole, like, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, deal X damage to any opposing target, is really, really good. It's supremely savage, actually. Like, super deadly savage. It's Dan Savage. True story. I'm trying to come up with the entirety of the video for you guys, by the way, for Veto. The entire video, and I'm not joking, the entire video is just going to be one long pun. There's going to be nothing in it that's not a pun. So you guys asked for it. You cannot blame me. That was a request. So, all right, we're going to get what? Oh yeah, this thing flies. So we're going to get Fiery Emancipation down here, which is good. We're going to get Underworld Cerberus down in another turn or two, which is also pretty good. We've got some pretty solid mana to gain here. Let's get the 5 match, right? Okay, so let's get the 5 so we can get the Cerberus down. Oh my goodness. sometimes you feel like Greg and you're like, yes. So there's the dragon coming in clutch. Yeah, that dragon just says adios. And then, oh, what's our best play? Our best play is, sure, this. Why not? Get more loyalty, which we clearly don't need. And then next turn, I want to say that the doggo is going to be able to kill, right? Oh, yeah. Can we get enough mana to do both of them on the one supreme doggo? We're going to risk it for the biscuit here, guys. It might not work. Yep. We don't have the perfect match, but we're going to risk it. Come on. Did not work. Whatever. So doggo, let's see, how much does doggo swing for? Oh, gosh. Oh. All right, well, doggo almost did it in one turn, but now we get to do something extra wonderful, and we get to kill our opponent by casting a spell. So they're dead anyways. Goodbye. This was a purely standard deck, so this is not a legacy deck, and it is a melt machine because everything with Fiery Emancipation is a melt machine. So if you want to try the deck out, I'll put it back up on the screen really fast, just in case you have Fiery Emancipation, you want to try it out. It's pretty fun. I actually ran a version of this with Escape to the Wilds, which was pretty good too. That one makes it so that you draw 5 cards, and then all lands in your hand get full mana. So that was really nice just for ramping it up really quickly. I also ran this with Embercleave, so that was pretty sweet. So that was good. But yeah, there's a whole bunch that you can do. The Chromatic Orrery is in here because it's just a straight boost to all of Narset's mana gains, and then you can use it with your second ability to full charge a Fiery Emancipation. So it just gets the deck running a little bit quicker. Idyllic Tutor, you guys saw me use there just to go ahead and actually like fetch the Fiery Emancipation. So there's a lot that you can do with that. It's pretty doggone strong. So that was those are the first things I wanted to show you guys. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is another video that's coming out this week. And I know maybe I'm being a little bit silly by showing you guys a whole bunch of my M21 content early, but that's sort of like the fun of doing this, right? This way I get to actually talk with you guys about it as I do it, rather than just chatting with a few people in the comments or in Discord, which I love. Anyone who's not in my Discord should totally be in the Discord. We're at like 100 people now. It's a thriving community. It is not negative, so it is not like the forums. It's just like a beacon of positivity. My one request is that you don't, like, you use, like, you know, family-friendly language, right? So I don't want my kids popping in and seeing, like, stuff. So, okay. Next deck. So, I've mentioned that there's a Veto video coming. The Veto video, like I said, is going to be one long story that the entire story is a chain of puns. It's just going to be a full chain of puns. I will not subject you guys to that here for now. Although maybe one of these days I'll do like a 30-minute where literally all I speak in is puns. But this here is a monstrosity of a deck. You might look at it and go, what have you done? Why are you using like half of those cards? And it's actually pretty fun. So, Chat B, I hate Chat B, low-key. So the idea around the deck is this is not a Veto deck, although Veto is absolutely, he helps it out a lot. The idea is it's a Grevin Predator Captain deck. So Grevin is a 7/7, but the real key to Grevin is the first ability, right? So when you lose life, this creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the amount of life lost this way. So the idea here with Grevin, no. Soothing Balm, I don't know. Like, it's just, you know, so like the thing about Veto, right? Like Veto is a vampire. Let's look at this guy, right? Veto is a vampire. So Veto is undead. Veto actually lives in an underground catacomb, right? But the thing about it is that Veto almost never comes out of his catacomb because, I mean, let's face it, to get out of the catacomb, he's got to go up the stairs. And Veto definitely doesn't trust stairs because stairs are always up to something. And even if you're at the top of the stairs, right, they're just never fun. You might fall or something. Like, stairs are never down for fun. They're just always up to something. Never good, right? So that's like the first reason why Veto never comes out of his little place. The second thing is that Veto sometimes just gets, like, overwhelmed because Veto needs to feed. But the thing about him living in catacombs means that there's just so many people dying to get in there that it's kind of hard for him to find living flesh to feast on. I'm sorry. You guys, I will not. You know that there's something brewing though. That's where I stop with that. Anyways, back to the actual subject at hand, which is this deck. So Grevin, the idea with Grevin is whenever you lose life, Grevin gains that in power. And so Grevin is actually the first creature that I'm thoroughly enjoying bravery on because it means that Grevin is always going to be, when he attacks, the first creature on the board, which means that I don't have to consort to other types of shenanigans to make sure that Grevin is in the first slot in order to get Shadow Spear. So Shadow Spear is going to make it so that I am so proud of myself, Draxus. I am so proud of myself. So, and I'm even more proud that you're here to see this. I am less proud that Mr. Wrinkles is not here to see this. Or hear this, I should say, right? So your first creature gets +3/+3 on lifelink, which means that any life that you lose, as long as it doesn't kill you, is life that you're going to be doing as damage, and then you're going to gain all of it back anyways. So the idea with this is to lose as much life as possible without killing yourself, and then do all of that to your opponent. And then with Veto, because we're using lifelink, because goodness, Veto makes it so that when you gain life, your opponent loses that much life. Please no more. So that means that when you're losing life, you're actually doing double damage to your opponent for the life that you're losing. So there's another joke in here about Veto not having a life, so he wants to get one, which is why he's based on lifelink. But I said I was done. I can't stop myself. It's just a bad train. I swear I didn't spend a few hours looking at bad puns just to make a video on this. Okay. So the cards in the deck. We've got Peer into the Abyss, which is going to make you lose half of your life, which means that you're now going to be gaining all of that as damage, right? And what's really cool is if your life is equal to your opponent's life total, and you've got Veto and lifelink down, then that's an auto kill, right? Because that life that you've lost is going to turn into double that as damage. So it turns into a pretty quick game over. Now, apart from those, we've also got Grim Tutor, which is going to help us find the pieces of the deck that we want, but it's also going to make us lose life, which is, once again, an added benefit. We're running Treacherous Blessing, which is absolutely wonderful in this deck. If you guys haven't seen my Treacherous Blessing video, yes, I managed to make this look good, which was pretty sweet. But in this deck, it's actually good. Like, you actually want to use it in this deck because the life that you lose for playing cards from your hand means that you're doing an extra 20 damage. So every card that you play from your hand turns into another 20 damage that you're going to do that turn to your opponent, which is really good. So you don't actually... And if you want to, right, you can just go ahead and discard the things that you draw to destroy Treacherous Blessing and still have a free card with half mana. But you get to choose. So that's pretty nice. Castle Locthwain is going to make you draw cards and lose life. So once again, we're drawing cards, we're losing life, it's going to get us the pieces to the puzzle. We've got Nissa's Revelation, which is kind of a fun way to kill someone. If you're a police officer, when I say it's a fun way to kill someone, I don't mean in real life, I mean in the game, right? So Nissa's Revelation with Alhamerit's Archive just does 40 damage to your opponent's face, which is kind of funny. Like, you think of like drawing cards and gaining life, and then that kills your opponent. So Alhamerit's Archive is a must in this deck because it doubles your life gain, which means that you're doing even more damage with Veto. And then Song of Creation is in here just because it's going to make it so we can cast a whole bunch of things. The deck stagnates without it, unfortunately. I originally ran this without Song of Creation, but it did not work how I wanted it to. The deck is using Garruk Cursed Huntsman. You'll see that this deck is woefully missing removal, And so that's what we're using Garruk for. Garruk is going to make up for that with his second ability, Stalk the Prey, which is going to destroy a creature, and then you gain life equal to its toughness and draw 2 cards. So it's another way of killing things, it's another way of drawing cards, and it's another way of gaining life. So ding, 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 great stuff. Let's use this. Let's show you guys a little bit of some veto action. And then after you guys see this veto action, I want some challenges from you guys. So I want to see what you guys want me to play with. Once again, because we have now more than doubled the number of viewers from when, Song of Creation and starting hand, from when we started. If you want me to guaranteed do whatever your requested challenge is, or if there's a specific card or cards or Planeswalker that you want to see me use, you can go ahead and you can support the stream in Streamlabs. It's in the description, and I will prioritize and definitely do yours, right? So last week it wound up someone donated right as I was about to end the stream, which meant that I had to then play for another 20 minutes to do that, which was fine. I had a whole bunch of fun doing that, so thank you. But yeah, anyways, so you guys can do that. Otherwise, you're welcome to just use the chat feature, and I'll do my best to get to as many of your guys' requests as possible. So chat away, all that good stuff. But let us begin. So I want to go for a first turn Song of Creation here, obviously, because Song of Creation means that Grevin's coming out first turn. Because Song of Creation is not busted. Look at that. So stupid. Oh, man. In a, I don't know, good way, bad way? All right. Because of Alhammer's Archive, it automatically triggers the Song of Creation, which is pretty sweet. We're going to actually go for... Actually, Grim Tutor is pointless. Why would you use Grim Tutor? That would be the dumbest thing I've done all day. Because I'm just gonna, bad things. Okay. We're going to go Nissa's Revelation. If you're wondering why I'm dropping my hand, it's because I'm going to... we're getting Veto, boys. We're getting Veto. This is it. Oh, yep. No, do not destroy Veto. Do not pop him. There we go. Corvold, pop up a bunch in Discord. That's my suggestion. Corvold? How am I forgetting who Corvold? It sounds like a goblin. Goblins are sweet. I love goblins. Let's see. We're going to play the Alhammerits just for the card draw here. And then, is this a locked Wayne? It is. Let's start losing life. You will very rarely hear me so excited about losing life, but yep. Okay. So let's lose that life. Let's get some cards. Let's get some damage going. We really want a Treacherous Blessing. We're not going to get Treacherous Blessing. Darn. Oh well. Rip the dream. But still, we're gonna do a ton of damage there. So looks like Koth is probably gonna die next turn, right? 6/8 Snapdrax. That's fine. That's not gonna do anything. Ooh. Can we get? Oh, we're gonna get Treacherous Blessing down, guys. All right. Let's see if we can not kill ourselves here. That's the idea. Can we not kill ourselves by playing too many cards with Treacherous Blessing? And how big is Sweetie Mama here going to get? I shouldn't call that thing. I should not call Grevin Sweetie Mama. I apologize for that. That's a really bad thing to call that. Woof. My army is extra chatty today. So Grevin, look at this. So Grevin at 41 power with Veto down. To give you an idea, before Grevin hits and kills Koth, because Grevin has lifelink and it's going to be I'm going to be gaining double that life, Grevin is actually going to be doing 123 damage here. So, yeah, this Koth is dead. 123 life. Look at that. That's it. Goodbye, Koth. You just got wrecked. This deck is really fun, by the way. So if you have Grevin and you're like, darn, I haven't found a way to use Grevin, just take all of those cards that you used to think were garbage that make you lose life, draw cards, and gain half mana, put them all together, and you'll get something where Treacherous Blessing actually means that Grevin is hitting for, instead of, 30? 123, which is sweet, right? You want that. So, Corvold is the dragon sacrifice? Is Corvold... Am I missing? Let me see. Is Corvold that new red one? Is this one Corvold? 9 mana? No, that's Gadrek. Alright. See? Oh, that one. I used Corvold. Actually, I think it was my first stream. Or second stream? Corvold. I actually used Corvold. Yeah. Corvold's a pretty good card, actually. You run Corvold with Mirror March and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. it absolutely wrecks. So I'll play one more match with the Veto deck, and then we'll do recommendations. So, all right, Veto time. By the way, if you're wondering who's singing, that is my 1-year-old. He is practicing for his America's Got Talent audition. We are hoping that he wins just off of being cute because, well, you can hear him singing. That was savage. All right. What do we want? We do not want Elspeth to get white matches. So this was stupid. That was a bad life choice. No, you are not what I wanted to see. Shadow Spear, we want you. We love you, but we're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna use Treacherous Blessing first. So here's where you get to see Treacherous Blessing as an enabler instead of just as a way of losing life, right? So this is gonna draw us 4 cards. It's gonna give all of them half mana. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and filter through those cards for what it is I want. So I don't actually need... I don't need you yet, I don't need you yet, and I don't need you yet. So that's going to destroy the Treacherous Blessing. And then that basically just gave me the Grim Tutor, which is fine. We're going to use Grim Tutor for Song of Creation, no doubt about it. We've got a bonus swap, so we're going to go ahead and do Creation into Locthwain into Grevin. So, but this mana here, though, what do I do with it? Still, I think this is the best play, right? 1, 2. Really? No, that just decided to be a big stinker. Oh, and we're going to lose Veto, aren't we? No, we're not going to lose Veto. We're going to keep Veto, and we're maybe even going to play Veto. 1. Oh, please play the Alhammarets. Play the Alhammarets. Be a good boy. Yep, done. Perfect. Okay, that's juicy. That's extra juicy. Thanks for joining, Drex. Enjoy dinner. Say hi to the MC person. All right. Say hi to MC Hammer. Yes, let's say that. Let's say hi to MC Hammer. Okay, yeah, we're going to try and peer into the abyss to kill our opponent here. There's the little one saying his hello. Well, I don't have lifelink yet, though, so this is not going to do... Oh, Shadow Spear. Get it. Get it. 1, 2, Song of Creation. Do it. Garrick, lose half your life. Lose it. The bug happened. Boo. So there's a bug with Peer into the Abyss. Sometimes it doesn't make you lose half your life. Okay. So I'm not going to gain mana for any of these Song of Creations now because of Lavinia. So if you're wondering what's Lavinia doing, she's being a jerk. But that's okay because no. just no. No Lavinia for you. And now this is it. This is the end. Goodbye, enemy evil person. We're going to get rid of everything else in our hand here, though, because we're going to draw stuff anyways. And ideally, we draw into something yummy. Yes, that. That was exactly what I wanted to draw into. Make me lose life. Give me that life loss. Give it to me. Lose life. Give it. Oops, I just accidentally killed Veto. Oh well. Rip the dream. It still does damage. Veto dies after combat. Ha! Veto's power is absolute. There is no stopping him. Stoic of Nord. Thank you very much. You actually just, on your own, helped me complete my stream goal for the day. So thank you. We are another 1/100th of the way to getting a streaming computer. Yes. And he says 9 lives deck. So we're going to be seeing some 9 lives action here tonight, guys. Some 9 lives action deck tonight. Okay. Lavinia's being a big killjoy here. I've got to admit, but that's okay. I don't mind. So we're gonna lose some life here, right? Which means that Grevin's gonna get even stronger, which is good. And then, yeah. So this is Lavinia being a butt. So I know what 9 lives does. I actually haven't played around with 9 lives yet. So let's go ahead and take a look at 9 lives and see what I would build around it. I've given it a little bit of thought, but I haven't given it too much thought yet. So yeah, Veto dies after combat. Veto dies after combat? That's the name of his... Nope. Not appropriate. All right. Nope. 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 Go to cards. Go to cards. It's just taking it a minute. There we go. 9 lives. 9 lives. Okay. So, but yes, Stoic, thank you. Seriously, thank you. 9 lives is a 15 mana support. It's an enchantment, which means that we're probably going to be running it with Idyllic Tutor. And then when you take damage for the first time during a turn, you gain prevent damage until end of turn. Then reinforce this support. At the end of each player's turn, if this support has 9 or more reinforcements, exile it. Or more. When this support is exiled or destroyed, you lose prevent damage until end of turn. Then lose half of your life. Ouch. Lose half of your life. Okay. We can do something with this. Let's see. You know what? Let's start with this. I have an introductory idea for this here, guys. So let's start with return support. Return support. Right? What do we have that returns supports to our hand? Can we bounce our own supports? You're only opponents, right? Return an opposing support. Okay? Flood of Tears. This is going to bounce our own. Veto may work with 9 lives because of the life gain. Yes, Grevin could sort of work with it. Like just a little bit, right? We did just lose half-life, so probably not the Grevin thing. What do we have that could potentially bounce our own supports? I don't think you can actually bounce your own supports, can you? There really isn't stuff for that. We could run... This could be interesting. Nope. Creature or Vanguard. Doesn't return an enchantment. Nope. Okay. So we need to just not take too much damage. So the idea here will be to build around 9 lives. Since it's going to be a support-based deck and we want to use white, I am going to be using Narset. Lose life can be good. We're going to be up against Garruk. That's fine. So let's go Narset. And let's go 9 lives. So we're going to throw this in. This is going to be the basis of the deck, right? So the base of this is, you know what? No, that defeats the purpose. Is getting pixelated? I appreciate that. Is this getting pixelated for you guys too? Oh, I know what I did. I done goof. I am streaming from my Wi-Fi today, guys. I normally stream by turning off my Wi-Fi, and then I plug in directly into my router. I did not plug in directly into my router today. It just... I am sorry. From Scotland. Hey, all right, so Jason, I have a question for you then. Are you a Scotch drinker? I'm just temporarily muting that for just a second, so that you don't hear the full tantrum. So the idea here is to use Idyllic Tutor to... Thank you, Drogon. Okay, so yeah, it's just I need to plug in. I don't know that this... I don't think this is going to override my Wi-Fi, but I'm going to try. So give me like 30 seconds. All right, so I just plugged in directly to my router, but I don't think that it will override my being on the Wi-Fi, because if I do, I think it drops the stream. I did it once because I forgot to do this, and then That was Bad News Bears. So, guys, have you seen the Cake or Death skit by Eddie Izzard? You say you want cake now. Have you seen Cake or Death? If not, you totally need to leave the stream for just like 2 minutes and watch that. Potato vision from China. No. Although I'm surprised that China... Never mind. Okay. What else are we going to put with 9 lives? So, to give you an idea of what I was thinking of using, because this would defeat the purpose, is I was thinking of running a Flicker deck with Angel of Grace, so that I could have it so that the Angel of Grace would prevent the damage from 9 lives. But that sort of defeats the purpose of using 9 lives in the first place, so we're not going to do that. We want to find a way for 9 lives to actually prevent damage for us. We're going to go ahead and convert to blue, because converting blue is the way to go, because Castle Vantress... If you're wondering about the castles, by the way... bad lip reading, NFL. Castle Vantress is, in my opinion, the best gem-converting land in Standard. So, it's kind of like Dragon's Hoard in that it draws you cards, except that you don't lose shields on the Vantress for drawing cards. So, Castle Vantress is, if you don't have it, it's by far the best of them. And if you have the option to run gem conversion, and blue is a target for you because it's one of your best mana gains, always run blue. Really? Scots drink scotch instead of... Yes, I love my whiskey. Okay, so Jason, do you... All right, so my understanding is that depending on where you get your scotch from in Scotland, that it actually tastes different, and that it'll be like really smoky, dependent, like they're like different levels of smokiness to the scotch. And as an ardent fan of Ron Swanson and Parks and Rec, I really have always wanted to try Lagavulin. If you've tried Lagavulin, does it live up to the hype? Is it actually worth drinking? By the way, guys, also convert blue here means that we're not going to be destroying our 9 lives as quickly, ideally, because this thing only has 2 shields, which is bad. We don't want to lose that. That'd be... I just thought of another idea for Grevin. We use Razia with Grevin. That's another time. And let's see, we're going to be going for a support-based build here, so we're going to want to use Genesis Ult. And then what other supports can we use that are going to be fun here? I'm not going to use Fiery Emancipation. It's not happening here. We're looking to make 9 lives happen. Hits like a truck. Don't start with it. I don't know. Chat B. Oh, gosh. If I just streamed Chat B, I think I would lose like all of my members. They would run for the hills. Oh man, Chat B is scary. McAllen is going to Chat B. That's an excellent Chat B conversation. Okay, so we're going 9 lives, Idyllic Tutor, we've got our blue converters, we've got Genesis Ultimatum. So we're going to want 3 creatures, right? So that means I've got room for 2 more supports. Let's see. What other 2 supports would I run with this? Oh, who am I kidding? Yes, I know what support I'm going to run. It's called Whirlwind of Thought. And the last support I'm going to run is not going to be Song of Creation, because I don't actually like Song of Creation here. It's kind of tempting to run Teferi here, actually. But let's run Thassa, just because Thassa, no, that defeats the purpose of what you're trying to do. Orrery. Yeah, we'll use the Orrery. And then for our creatures, I'm gonna surprise you guys here. You are not going to expect the creatures I'm gonna choose at all. It's gonna just like come out of nowhere. You're gonna be like, what? You're using those? No, Malthazar. We're gonna use Golos. We're gonna use Urza, and we're gonna use Otrimi. That's Paco Taco. No. Wait a minute. I have no removal if I do this. Hold on, fam. We need removal. We need its stat. Is there support that acts as removal? That kills everything. There's Elspeth, but we're not using Elspeth. Absolutely not. There is a support that serves as removal. Okay, fine, we're doing it. Embercleave, go. I choose you. You are going to be removal. Exactly. Oh, wait. I just realized that I done super goof, guys. I am very sorry. Hold on. Get. We don't want this. Come on. It's not letting me get rid of this. What about this? Done. Boom. Make this bigger. And because this is the least important part of the stream right here, let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's give this 9 lives thing a shot. Let's see if it saves us from some of Garuk's nonsense. Atari stream. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Getting 2 Otremes in the starting hand is definitely not what we want to see, but getting Whirlwind of Thought definitely is. So that's going to make it easier for us to get to our 9 lives, which is the point of this deck, right? We want to get 9 lives. So second Whirlwind of Thought would be, as Mr. Sulu would say, foolish. That's a 5 match. That's hot. Castle Vantress, perfect. Let's do that. And then, have any of you guys found a build, by the way, for 9 lives that you are enjoying? Since we're playing around 9 lives, maybe some of you guys have some input, some feedback that would be good to know for future runnings for other people for 9 lives. Let's do this. Let's do this. Castle Vantress. There's our 9 lives. Okay, nice. Let's get it. Okay, so we're going to move 9 lives up. We're going to show you guys exactly why I'm running Embercleave in the deck. Oh no, you jerk. You give me Golos now? Okay. So we're gonna be safe with our 9 lives here. And then we're gonna start breaking Whirlwind of Thought. Whatever, that's okay. Maybe some lifelink cat deck action. I actually really like lifelink cats. I'll play lifelink cats. Sure. Yeah, I'll play that next. Unless someone overrides you, Drogon, I will play lifelink cats. So, all right. So, Jason, the best use for something like 9 lives is going to be in very specific events. So, like the Azor's Gateway event, or the event where you have to fight against Azor's Gateway, where it burns you for like 999 damage or some horribleness like that. It'll be good in there just because you're not going to take damage from that garbage. But outside of there, the use of it is slightly more limited. But I also need to see. We'll find out if we take damage. But I need to see if. This. Yes, we're going to get rid of the Orrery to get a Genesis Ultimatum. We're going to play the Otreme. We're going to... Ouch! Oh, what? What just did 61 damage to me? Why? 9 lives did 61 damage. Hold up. Is exiled or destroyed, you lose prevent damage and lose half your life. Okay, that was bad. So apparently, if you exile 9 lives from your hand, it hits you directly. And then on top of that, look at this. So 9 lives, you have to take damage before the 9 lives does anything. So, oh boy. This card is not good, I think. that just wrecked me hard. Oh man. Okay. Cool. Well, we now all know this. So we're going to create a 9 lives support group. that was mean. Dang it, 9 lives. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get a free card here. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Golos just exiled a 9 lives. That's so bad. Oh, oh gosh. How are we gonna make it back from this? We can't let Golos exile things. How do you? I think we're gonna die. I think this is it. I think this bug is gonna kill us. These activated gems are terrifying. No. No. Okay. What's this activated gem for? This is for the orrery. This is to draw cards. What about you? You are also for the orrery. You are to draw a card. You are Golos. We are not making that white match. What do? You just have to be so careful not to let 9 lives happen. All right. No. You know what? I'm actually going to take this 9 lives just so that I can't draw it. The idea is or so I can't exile it. We're taking that, we're taking that to not die. Okay. Yeah, 9 lives is there might be like some clever use of the thing. No, it's a bug, right? Because oh crud. No, don't kill me, Urza. Okay. So for 9 lives to work, right? When this support is exiled or destroyed, it should be on the battlefield for that exile to trigger. It should not be from your hand. I'm not destroying it. I'm not destroying it. Hold on. I have to make a match that definitely does not trigger Golos. Okay, wait. Okay, we're coming through. We're going in. We're going in. All right. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, this is Minesweeper Puzzle Quest for sure. Yeah, that's how do you turn Puzzle Quest into Minesweeper? Run Golos and 9 lives. Oh, geez, that was terrifying. Oof. Yeah, from the Hound counted as an exile. That's... Oh, no. You think that's not a bug? You think that that's how it's intended? I mean, maybe. Like, it could be, right? It's kind of ambiguous. But, like, there's a whole bunch of other cards that, like, when they're exiled, this happens. And if you exile from your hand, it doesn't do anything. So, yeah. By the way, the art on the screen here for this loading screen is the Cultivate alternative art. That, sadly, is not making its way into Puzzle Quest and is, in my opinion, the most beautiful art in the game. Let's see. What time? Okay. So, I'm going to play one more match for you guys. I'm going to show you a deck that I really like, that I don't know if I've made a video on, actually. I play it quite a lot. Someone said lifelink cats, so this is just playing on that 9 lives thing. So, Stoic, or should we say Jason, this is going a little bit further. So you get to see some good cat action. Yeah. Cat action. That could go the wrong way. So this is my favorite cat deck. You'll see that it's actually a deck that I don't even have to make. I just have it. So it's like my only Elspeth 1 deck right now because I play it a lot. So the idea is it's based on Akeem. Akeem is going to make a whole bunch of cat tokens with Cub Warden. So Cub Warden is going to help me make a bunch of cats with Akeem because Akeem's cats have had... it's kind of brutal. I'm sorry, I just have to put it this way. Look at Akeem here, right? So, I've got no idea what this monstrosity is, but like if you look at the cat tokens, it's very clear that someone... Are we still saying that? Is that a thing? Is phrasing still a thing? Danger zone. So they take a stapler and they just go... Right, so they go and they kill a bunch of birds, they cut off their wings, they take a stapler and they go... And yeah, that's how it is. So, the idea is that with Akeem and Cub Warden, we're going to make a bunch of tokens. Court of Calling is going to help us get whichever one of the 2 pieces we are missing. Camaraderie is going to do bad, dirty things and make the tokens get up to the few hundreds. I did take Pyromancer's Goggles out of this deck. Pyromancer's Goggles do very bad things with this deck because they can make it so you can play up to 4 Camaraderies in a turn. So... you know what? Let's actually go ahead and do that. I'm going to take out that, and I'm going to put in Pyromancers just for this match. So maybe our last match will end with like the super boom. We'll get like a supernova on Ugin, who's garbage. Someone, I don't know that you're in here, but someone, oh wait, no, you guys were asking about why isn't Ugin on this list, and it's because someone asked me recently, like, why isn't Ugin in a new Planeswalker that's being introduced in Puzzle Quest this set? Ugin is not being introduced as a Planeswalker in Puzzle Quest this set, in spite having a paper version, because the version of Ugin that they're printing is a reprint, and that is this Ugin that exists in front of me right now. So we actually already have the Planeswalker, and they've never yet made dupes for us, so no Ugin is the simple answer to that question. Okay. Yeah, dad jokes are the best jokes, clearly. Like, there's nothing that compares to dad jokes. Dad jokes are the best. Ooh. Danger. Yes. Excellent. We're going to get the goggles down, guys. So we're going to get the Pyromancer's goggles down. Yeah, not beer goggles. And then we're going to go for a Chord of Calling to try getting Akeem Olajuwon. So we're going to do the Dream Shake on Ugin and totally destroy him. We would love to get a Whirlwind of Thought, too. That would be very, very nice. So, okay, that's going to be a free spell for the goggles. We get a free white spell with the goggles? Heck yes, please. Oh, we get a double free spell this turn, actually. Yes. Okay, let's go double free spell. Which 2 spells do we get? One is going to be Camaraderie for sure. I don't know that I want to play this. Darn. I done goof, friends. If one of those is Camaraderie, I done big goof. Oh, good, I didn't. Good. Those are probably Chord of Callings. I just got a whole bunch of mana that I did not deserve. So let's make cat tokens. Let's get the cat here. Look at these cat tokens. Look at those. Look at those birds. Look at them. Terrifying. Scotch goggles. Yeah, sure. Are those a thing? Are there Scotch goggles? Like, I know that there are Scotch guards. Are there Scotch goggles? So Akeem Olajuwon. Hey, Jason. Good to see you tonight. The Scotch goggles, dang it. You see, now it's stuck in my head. What's it called? Pyro goggles, right? That's it? I'm not just doing goof here? I don't know. It's a lost cause. All right, so we're going to play the Cub Warden here. This is going to get us a whole bunch more tokens. So we're going to replace these lousy louts so we can get the full cat action going. So you guys wanted to see some serious cat action, so here's that serious cat action for you. And next turn, bad things happen to Ugin if Ugin does not wipe the board here. So Ugin very dies. Dang it! Oh, I set up that black match so that I'd be able to get the free spell, and then Ugin was a dirty, dirty monster and said no. And I don't have my third. What about this? Is this the goggles? This is the goggles. Okay, here's the dream, guys. The dream is we make this black match that you see on the bottom left that I'm pinging right now. So we're going to make that black match. And if the dream works, then it's going to cascade into the green match up top. The green activated gem at the very top. And if it's the true dream, we'll get both of those, and we're going to get 2 camaraderies. All right? So let's see if tonight is one of those dreamy nights, or if it is not one of those dreamy nights. So this first one is definitely not camaraderie. We got it into the cascade. That second one might be camaraderie, guys. But, all right. Let's see. First one is definitely camaraderie. And then that's going to boost up all the critters to get extra thick. And the second one's camaraderie. Perfect. That's going to make them extra thick. And then we're going to get the other Akeem, which is going to give us, 12, 16 more tokens or some shenanigan nonsense garbage. And then keep in mind that since High Alert is down, if Ugin had the health to tank this, all of these are also going to be doing double damage this turn because of High Alert. So this is going to be too much damage. Okay, yep. So that's that deck in a nutshell. That's why I like it. I play it a lot. I play it a lot. I haven't covered it really on my channel very much. I know that there's like a brief clip of it in the camaraderie video I made, but yeah, it's much strong, very good. Speak like caveman. So, on the horizon, there's going to be 2 fiery Emancipation videos coming up. One of them is going to be coming up very soon. It's going to be the ball lightning one that I showed you guys tonight, except you're just going to get to see a whole bunch of flash highlights of all of your least favorite or maybe favorite planeswalkers in the game getting one shot, which is delightful. And then there's going to be a spell-based one on Jaya that's going to be coming out, although that's just, Jaya is complete nonsense right now. Like, complete nonsense. And then, what else? I've got the Veto deck coming up, so I've got some Veto action for you guys. So you'll get to see that. That's what's coming up. And then I've got 2 exclusive videos coming up for you guys. So one of them will be, you should be able to see it maybe in a few hours, I think, if I'm not wrong. I don't know, but I think you guys can see it in a few hours. And there's another one that you'll get to see hopefully this weekend. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys. Thank you guys all so much for coming into the stream. This was definitely really fun. An extra shout out again to Jason. Thank you. The 9 live suggestion was at the very least interesting, although that hurt a little bit, right? Like that hurt a little bit, like right left side there, right there. Yeah, right there. So yeah. Just like excise 6 minutes of the stream with a 30-second intro. Oh, so just like cut that, put that. Nice. Yep. Maybe I could just actually take that and then just upload that, huh? Oh, hey Theodore. You are also in Discord, I think. I recall you. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Show the Elspeth deck again. Absolutely. Hold on. Let me go back to it. Elspeth, where are you? Here you are. So, here is the Elspeth deck. The keys to make this deck work are, you definitely need to have a Kima Lajuan, so this is a must. And then it's also really fun with Cub Warden. So, Cub Warden is what's really going to make this a very catty deck. So, if you want to get like all catty and you want the whole feline grace thing, then that's how you're going to want to do it. It's a huge. It depends on. So the thing about it, Eric, is it'll depend on what the quality of it is after YouTube finishes posting it to the site. So sometimes YouTube kind of butchers the stream a little bit, and so I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. SWW again. I know you guys. You guys are good. You guys are very good. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys all for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully you guys tune in next week. I stream every Friday, 5:30. So, next week. Next week I will not be streaming. I should make an announcement about that. That's a thing, right? Next week I'm going to be on the road. So I'm going to Oregon next week. So I will not have a stream on Friday, but I'll see if I can have a makeup stream on another day. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'll be driving like 1,000 miles. Good night. I'll see you guys in Discord if you're there.